Hi guys, my name is Akudere. Welcome back to my channel. So if you're new here, it's lovely to have you. But if you're old, hey boo, it's nice to have you back. Today we're making a very simple breakfast recipe, and that is wheat porridge. Wheat porridge can be a little bit notorious if you do not cook it well. So today I'm going to teach you just the best way to cook it for you to be able to enjoy your wheat at all times, your wheat porridge at all times. Okay, so I have some wheat here and I've taken out all unwanted particles from it. Now this is just like the pearl millet that's used for Hausa cocoa. You need to be able to treat them really well and be careful in picking out all unwanted particles. They contain a whole lot of dirt and usually some little tiny stones in there that is really not it's not nice if you should crunch on stones while you're eating your food. That's one reason why people do not enjoy it. So please make sure you pick out everything before you start cooking your wheat. Okay, so I've cleaned and washed it really nicely. I washed about 3 times and now I'm going to soak it overnight. So I made the water sit overnight and this is how it's looking in the morning. It's about 7 a.m. and I'm coming to make some delicious wheat breakfast, creamy wheat porridge for my people. So what I do is I start cooking it with boiling water. Okay, that is going to help quicken the cooking process, and then soaking it overnight also helps to quicken the cooking process in the morning. So I'm using my ladle to fetch it instead of pouring everything out because of this. There are some little tiny stones in there. Even with all that I picked the previous night, there were still some in there. Okay, so I'm sure and careful not to push everything in there. Give it a good stir and then allow it to come to a boil. When you cover it, make sure the moment it starts to boil, take off the lid. Otherwise your whole stuff is going to be a big mess. One thing about wheat is that it's not like rice porridge. This one easily sticks to your pot, so you need to make sure that you are stirring it at every point. Maybe after every 2 minutes or after every 5 minutes, just try and give it a quick stir so that it doesn't stick to the bottom of your pot. Now I'm using the local wheat. I got this local wheat from the market. There's a foreign type too that doesn't contain starch, but this one has some amount of starch. But the amount of starch in here is not enough to give me that creamy goodness that I want, so I'll be adding thickening agents soon. Now I've added some water. After 15 minutes I just need some more water to cook this finally, so I've added some water to it. I just give it a good stir and then allow it to cook. Now if this is your first time here, please do not forget to hit the subscribe button and hit on the notification bell so you're notified anytime I upload a new content. Please subscribe and let's grow. Okay, so I just added some salt to my porridge. Give it a good stir as well and allow it to continue to cook. Now what I like to do is add some form of flavoring to my wheat porridge, just to take it to another level. And what I love to use is vanilla extract. Okay, yes, I love vanilla extract. I've used other ones and this happens to be my favorite with wheat porridge. Okay, so I add it and then give it a good stir. Don't add too much, just a little bit. If you don't have the extract, you can use the essence and it all works perfectly well. Now in this bowl I have 1 teaspoon corn flour. I've added 2 tablespoons of water to it. Give it a good mix and add it. I'm using just 1 teaspoon because this is the local wheat and it already has some amount of starch. If you're using the foreign one, just use about a tablespoon of corn flour with water and that should be fine. I've also added some sugar to this, and you know I like to do all of this because of the kids at home. I just like to make everything easy for when I'm not home and daddy has to serve them or something, or any other person has to serve them. It just becomes very easy. And because this is all thick and nice and delicious, now we've added our milk and it's just looking all succulent, so good. Look at all that creamy goodness, everything just coming together, and this makes it really easy. This is great for food prep and it reheats really well. Okay, it doesn't just fall apart or just become watery or whatever. I mean, for what I have done so far, it holds really, really well. Now, this is cooked and ready to eat, but the kids do not like this like that. It's like all the grains just hover in their mouth and it becomes really upsetting for them to eat it. So they say they don't like wheat at all. So what I decided, once the porridge is ready, I just like to put it in the blender and whiz it up a little bit. Just blend it up and get it to be a little bit smooth. And the first time I made it, they ate everything in their cup or in their bowl. So that is what I do now, and I recommend you do that for your kids as well. Now you will see that it is looking much better. I mean, some adults would also want to make it this way. If you don't want to have all the grains and stuff in your mouth, look, this is just perfect for you. It's just going to make everything. Now look at the difference between the two. This is the blended one and this is the non-blended one. Even though it's the same amount of milk and everything, see how the other one is, look, the blended one is looking all creamy and all that. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Now enjoy your breakfast. Thank you for hanging out with me today. I'll see you next time with another beautiful recipe. Till then, be safe and be loving. Bye.